We are back. Welcome back, or welcome to Subjectively Correct. Today we are going to be talking about Terminalist and Peacemaker. I am Jake from Rants and Reviews with Jake. This is Caleb from the Final Take hit YouTube channel, The Final Take.
That's good gas.
What?
I said that's good gas.
Yeah, I got you, bro. So check out all of Caleb's videos. They are a little bit better than mine.
Well, I mean, technically anything uploaded is better than yours because you don't upload videos. So.
I have one good video, one bad video, and one mediocre video. Kind of a Goldilocks type thing.
This one is good. The problem is you regressed from your first one though.
I did. My first video was my best. My second was my worst, and then my third, I was like, "This is
you're only on the way up.
Yeah,
well, then you retired though.
We're back up, and then we kind of just stopped. But are you
gonna watch? Well, we'll get to that later.
Watch what?
I'll bring it up later. But what were you about to say?
I'll once all of Terminalist is out, I'm just gonna do a video over all of it because there's not a good episode split to do since it's 7 episodes.
You also waited too long, realistically.
Yeah, but that's my excuse
to do like a.
But that's my excuse.
Like a split.
That's my excuse. And then I'll probably make a video about Gen V once it's all the way out.
That's what I was gonna say. You're gonna watch Gen V because I am not gonna watch it. At least not while it's coming out. I have zero interest.
I probably will just because I need to, but
yeah, as long as you watch Mobland, that's cool.
Right? How long is Mobland? Like how many episodes?
10, I think. But bro, just watch one. Just watch one.
Yeah, well, because I'm thinking I don't have anything else to watch right now, so I'll probably watch Mobland this week.
Yeah. What about Tulsa King? I'm actively trying to get through Tulsa King because the new season comes out soon. So
yeah, I'll probably watch Mobland first, and then what was the other thing you wanted me to watch?
Gentleman, the other Guy Ritchie one.
I watched that. It was something else. It was a different show. It wasn't like a. It was a different genre.
It was. I don't know. Then
I honestly don't remember what it was. Oh, Penguin.
I gotta watch
Penguin,
Andor. Oh yeah, Penguin. That one's worth it. That one's arguably better than Mobland. I don't know if it is, but
I actually do need to watch that as well.
It won a crap ton of Emmys.
Yeah, because
the Emmys happened since our last episode, so we're not going to talk about it because the Emmys suck and are irrelevant. So
I mean, nobody cares. We all still have to, get up in the morning and do stuff. So.
No, they don't. They don't have real jobs.
True, but we do. I don't. Well, whatever. But we all got stuff to do still. We don't have time to deal with all that.
Especially now when they're just yapping. I've seen a lot of clips from it of them just yapping. Just yappity yapping.
It's just talking.
Nate Bargatze was the host, and he tried to discourage them from yapping because I don't know if you saw this, where he was I'm donating $100K to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
And then every time you go over, I'm gonna remove money from it, and they would still yap.
Yeah, it's like, bro, come on. That was a good bit though. I like that. That was funny. But
not to mention, not one of those rich a-holes was like, I'm gonna go over, but I'm gonna match the donation back to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, they were just like,
they just wanted to sit there and spew their politics over Boys and Girls Club getting money. So, yeah. And in unfortunate news, well, I guess the Emmys weren't really fortunate, but I don't know if you saw, but Robert Redford, he passed away over I think it was 2 days ago.
I think 2 days.
Which, both of us being uncultured, mainly remember him from Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Correct.
Yeah, he's in other stuff, but I'm uncultured and I haven't seen them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very good in The Winter Soldier. He plays a very good, just evil villain.
Yeah, he's very good at that. We're also 19, so it's like we're not going to have seen all of this stuff. I mean, yeah, obviously, but.
Well, I ain't watching no Pete the Dragon, I'll tell you that. But...
You mean, wait, Pete's Dragon or Pete the Dragon?
Pete's Dragon, whatever.
Pete's Dragon sucks. Live action or animated?
It's whatever one Robert Redford's in.
Honestly, I don't remember which one he's in. The animated is okay. The live action sucks.
It looks like the live action one.
Oh, well, Robert Redford's great. I don't know about Pete's Dragon. Pete's Dragon sucks. Sorry to any Pete's Dragon fans out there, but
Those don't exist.
that movie's.
Oh, and by the way,
sorry to the one
if you
Pete's
missed
Dragon
out
fan.
on last week's episode, you can hit the link in the description and check out all the audio platforms because it's now uploaded. And I didn't forget to do that last week, so
No, you didn't forget. It's a schedule thing. It's intentional.
yeah, it was like that last week too, where it was
Yeah.
uploaded back to back.
Yeah, we upload 2 episodes the same day, and then we don't upload one for 2 weeks, and then we upload it and stream the same day.
All right,
That's just good.
it's Wednesday now,
That's
which
just
means
good
it was
business.
Terminalist Day, which means I had to wake up an hour early, but it sucked even more today because for my work I had to wake up an extra hour early anyway. So I had to wake up I was more like an hour and a half is what I did, but I had to wake up bonus early in order to watch the episode. So almost done. One more week of me having to do this, unless we were going to start doing Gen V, but I'm not going to watch Gen V season 2. So
So I guess
unless we're
no.
really desperate on stuff to talk about. But I'm not wasting an hour. I'm not losing an hour of sleep to watch Gen V.
No.
I'm so done with the boys.
Yeah.
I'm just so done with it. So I'm gonna be done with everything involved with it too, including especially Gen V.
Even though the first season of Gen V was better than season
Yes, but
2 and 4 of The Boys, at least.
and probably character wise 3,
Yeah.
plot hole wise 3.
Yes.
1 half the time. It still isn't great. I'm gonna be honest. It still isn't great. There's still a lot of problems, especially when the main character can just murder anybody at will. Like as long as they have blood, it kind of ruins 1,000% of all fights that she's ever in.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing is I hate when a character has a really strong power and they're just too dumb to use it right. And it's like, I'm gonna make blood knives. It's like you could just kill them right now.
Yeah, why make knives? Just blow their heads off.
It's
That's what
why are you
that's what the Modern Warfare chick does.
why are you exhausting yourself blowing
I don't remember
Or,
what
like,
her name. I don't remember what her name is in the show, but
Newman?
oh yeah, Victoria Newman.
It's
Just funny because I've
Farah.
seen The Boys more than I played Modern Warfare 2019's campaign.
But you saw that
hour
first.
for hour wise.
That was first though.
Did I?
Actually,
Yeah, I probably did.
yeah,
I did.
between
I
four
definitely did.
4 seasons probably. But yeah, I mean, if you can control people's blood and you're using that power to throw your own blood knives at people instead of just blowing their head up, what
Yeah,
are
also
you
Gen
doing?
V was the unfortunate introduction of Tech Knight, so
Yeah, it was.
which he was okay enough in that episode.
He was
It just set up
actually-
one of the worst. It just set up one of the worst episodes in the history of a horrible TV show that is The Boys.
I think he was actually good in Gen V because he was.
I still wouldn't say good.
I wouldn't say good, but he was fine because he was just a detective. He wasn't super weird.
No, he was super weird. Because remember, the entire joke / side plot the entire time was anytime there was a hole, he was gonna F it.
That was in Gen V
That was-
too.
That was literally his character in Gen V. Was that it was like, look, it's Batman, world's greatest detective, except he's a sex pest.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that.
Well,
Well,
the Boys. The fact that The Boys was somehow more depraved than that is impressive because it's pretty hard to get more depraved than what it was in that, but it somehow was way worse.
yeah, I did forget about that, but he was
Yeah, but
less ridiculous in Gen V, and then it was
that's just because they didn't have the rest of the episode.
sex dungeon. He's gonna cut a hole in Huey.
Oh,
And
don't
have-
remind me that. It's just weird. That season 4 of The Boys is awful.
It's
Season 2 was
so
awful.
bad.
Season 3 was awful, but Soldier Boy was kind of funny half the time. So
Yeah,
it's like,
'Cause Jensen Ackles is great.
yeah, he's in some new show on Prime, but it looked awful, so I'm not gonna watch it.
What show was it?
I don't know. I got a trailer for it while I was watching Terminal. It's called Countdown or something. I was like, oh, this might be good, and then it just looked like one of those cheesy shows that comes on CBS after football's done on Sundays that they always advertise, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
Yes, we're good.
He is one of Jensen Ackles is one of the lead Batman candidates, I think.
Yeah, I think he's a better
To my
animated Batman.
understanding, though, I think really kind of like the last two likely options are him or the guy from 1923.
Which
Spencer from 1923.
I gotta remember what he looks like.
I can show you Brandon Sklenner. Brandon Sklenner. I don't know how to say his last name, but he would be a good Batman. He didn't, I mean, he didn't look quite the part in 1923 just because he's playing a cowboy in the 1920s, but
I don't think he looks right.
I think he looks fine. Why don't you think he looks right?
Okay, never mind. I just saw a picture of him edited as Batman, and I actually like it. So I'm sorry, Brandon Sklenar. I was unfamiliar with your game.
You're talking about likely the next Batman there. So
I saw. Now that I see more, it was a bad picture of him, at like an event.
Well,
where he's like,
I mean, to an extent too. It's like Alan Richardson would have made a horrible Bruce Wayne just from looks, but he would have made the best Batman possible from size. So it's a whole thing. But
yeah,
you gotta find the right mix.
Yeah, you have to find the right blend.
And that's kind of all that James Gunn can hope for to save him, because it's all gonna suck and everything sucks.
Everything sucks.
Should we do this again? Should we talk about how much everything's awful?
I think we're good.
We don't have time. Yeah,
I actually had a very positive day. So currently everything doesn't suck. I had a very good day.
Didn't you watch Peacemaker?
Other than after that,
which I honestly don't remember. I'm like I know it was I kind of remember some of the stuff that happened, but
bro,
I watched
nothing happened.
Didn't they set up the new door?
Yeah, they did a thing. And then they came to his house. Yeah. They came to his house to get the door, and he left. I was like, oh, maybe.
Oh yeah. They didn't. I remember that. They just decided not to set up a perimeter before raiding his house.
Yeah, and it's like I was like, okay, we're gonna get an actual fight. We're gonna get a confrontation with him and Argus, and then it was like, oh no, he just left. And nothing, and then he set up the new door. That was the entire episode. Watching Peacemaker pisses me off because I'm like, okay, this is what's gonna happen this episode, and then a third of what I think is gonna happen happens.
We got the hunting scene at the beginning.
Yeah, we got the origins of the door.
We got more of Sasha Bordeaux's horrible acting. Bro, I saw someone praising I can't believe James Gunn found her. She's attractive and she has a leading face. She could definitely be in a lot more projects. And I'm like, she can't act. What? What are you talking about? She can't act. She's over delivering every single line. It's distractingly bad.
Yeah.
We got some Judo Master. I forgot about Judo Master.
I hate Judo Master so much.
Yeah, he was weird in the first season. That was Judo Master reminded me of The Boys the entire first season. Every time I saw season one where Judo Master's in, I was like, this feels like a bad parody of The Boys. And the worst part was the Judo Master's first episode reminded me of the Tech Night episode of The Boys the most.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as graphic as that, but that's just what I was imagining the whole time.
His suit also kind of looks like whatever, Silk Spinner.
Yeah, I guess that for me it was just because it's such a ridiculous concept that it feels like someone trying to make fun of a superhero thing instead of trying to do a serious one.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, but Economos yapped with Judo Master for a bit. We had the Eagle Hunter tried to kill the Eagle. Oh, I was excited because we almost made it all the way through the episode without a random nudity scene for no reason, and then we got one right at the end.
Yep,
forgot about that. And technically there was no full nudity, I guess.
Yeah, he was just in a loincloth and feathers.
Dancing, and then he levitated over. I don't.
Like, why? What did that add to the show?
Oh.
What did that add? You
I
could.
will say, at least there's not been a ragtag team so far, so I guess James Gunn is elevating as a director.
I mean, Argus is kind of the ragtag team
No, they're
because
not
they
ragtag. They're just
suck.
stupid. They're just stupid. It's not ragtag.
That's true. I mean, I think it's.
Why did my camera just disappear?
I don't know. I mean, it's
Is it?
like. Yeah, it's out.
There we go. It's back.
It's like it feels like there's supposed to be a ragtag team, but there isn't.
I didn't get that impression. They're supposed to be incompetent and stupid. It's the same, bro. I just watched Creature Commandos, and there's a lot of it in that too. Let's see. Ragtag is a disorganized motley crew. I guess that kind of describes Argus, but they're not really that disorganized. They're just stupid.
I mean, yeah, it might just be like the dumbest thing ever. Because why are they sending two of Peacemaker's friends to take him out? Like, they're actively recruiting.
Oh yeah, that was at the end. Harcourt was approached by Rick Flag Sr.
Which worked.
Frank Grillo continues to play Frank Grillo as Frank Grillo in every project.
Yes.
Like, you could show me a scene from Peacemaker and tell me it was a cutscene from Captain America Civil War or The Winter Soldier and be like, oh yeah, it's Frank Grillo. He's playing Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same in animated form too, except they just made him an idiot in Creature Commandos. But it's still Frank Grillo playing Frank Grillo as Frank Grillo. Which is great. He's always good as Frank Grillo. But yeah, he's in Tulsa King too. That was the one. I was saying he was in Landman a couple weeks ago. He's in Tulsa King apparently. So at least he's not in the first season, I don't think, but he's in the second season, which I'm getting to. So
yeah.
I'd imagine he's playing Frank Grillo in that show.
Yeah, but okay, what pisses me off, why do they trust Economos? Like, why are they allowing him when he's blatantly actively working against them, and they know that, and they're like, Economos, just get the door open, dude. What are you doing? What are you thinking? It's stupid.
Everyone's supposed to be incompetent. Except seemingly Rick Flag Sr., because Rick Flag Jr. was competent in the Suicide Squad. But then, so far, in everything he's been in, Rick Flag Sr. has been stunningly incompetent.
Yeah.
And he was completely incompetent in Creature Commandos. He was incompetent in Superman. Remember, they were like, Argus, we're here to contain you, Superman, except we're just going to outsource it to this other company for no reason.
Yeah.
And then, well, I guess there was technically a reason. It was just a stupid reason. And then, this, he's just leading an incompetent crew and purposefully put Economos on this task force to track Peacemaker, even though he actively knows for a fact Peacemaker was working with Economos in the past. Oh, that reminds me of something I was going to bring up, which I will pull up on my camera once I find it, but you can keep talking.
Yeah, it's just, I don't understand. They keep making the jokes like, Economos, do this or we'll fire you. And it's like, why aren't you firing him or putting him on a different project or send him somewhere else? He shouldn't be
So for everyone who wants to say that this is just planned and this was the whole thing from the start, I would like to remind you this was the original plan for DCU Chapter 1. This was the original plan here. As you can see, the original starting point behind this person's head was Creature Commandos, which came out. And then Superman Legacy was next, which, by the way, that font looks way better than the font they ended up choosing because, it's the Superman font.
Yeah, it looks like
renamed to Superman. Yeah, renamed to Superman. Next was supposed to be Waller, the show. Scrapped.
Good.
After that, the next film was supposed to be The Authority, which is like the Justice League, but the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Scrapped.
Good.
The next show was supposed to be Booster Gold, seemingly scrapped, but there's also
God.
been some rumors about that. The next movie was going to be The Brave and the Bold. technically still happening, but years off. Then Lanterns, which is still happening. Then Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which is still happening. Then Swamp Thing was the next movie. Then Paradise Lost, which has been scrapped. Both those have been scrapped. So this was the original plan. And 1, 2, 3 of them are coming out. Creature Commandos already came out, obviously. Peacemaker, nowhere to be found. Notably. So, yeah, just to show you why everything feels so disconnected. And it's like, oh, why is half of this canon and the other half isn't? Because that wasn't planned originally.
DC is in good hands. It's in good hands. I can't
James
wait to
needs
watch
to
all of
start
these.
finding people who, well, don't worry, all of them aren't happening.
Yeah, I know.
Literally just 2 of them are.
That was the joke I was making. I can't wait to watch Waller the show.
It probably would have been all right, to be honest. Waller was somewhat interesting. It probably would have sucked.
Yeah, she's
actually,
interesting
because,
as a background character. If you make it all about her,
or
they're
as like
gonna
a
have
main
her.
side character. But
Yeah.
she doesn't do anything that would be compelling for a show.
No, she's not a compelling.
Also,
character
she was
to follow.
utterly
She's a
ruined.
compelling
She was
side
utterly ruined in Creature Commandos as well. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just to kind of taper the expectations. This would be like them walking out with those investor meetings like they did at Marvel, where it was like, oh, and then we're like, so the plan is Iron Man, then the Hulk, then Iron Man 2, then Thor, then Captain America. Then we're going to wrap all that up with the Avengers. Except instead of that, it'd be like, they were like, we're going to do Iron Man, then we're going to do
Nick
the
Fury.
Agatha all along. They're going to do we're going to do Nick Fury, the show. No, Nick Fury, the show would have been good. We're going to do Agent Smith, who is the guy who was playing Galaga in Avengers. There'll be that guy's show. And then after that will be a movie about there's honestly no good comparison for what I will say like the West Coast Avengers, even though that's not really the Authority, but like it's just a random team that you can pull out of nowhere.
Mm.
We're gonna do, after the Nick Fury show, we're doing the West Coast Avengers, and then we're following that up with Loki, the show, and then after that we're releasing 2 movies. We're gonna do Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi. Then we're doing
Captain
Agatha
Marvel.
all along. Yeah, Agatha all along, Captain Marvel, and then we're rounding it all out with
Werewolf
nothing.
by
There's
Night.
no Werewolf by Night's the big end to chapter 1. That would be that's
the best project.
well, I said Iron Man 1. So.
Okay, second best project.
So that's just like the equivalent here of like how chaotic. When anyone with a brain could have told you, DC chapter 1. Okay, Superman movie, Batman movie, Wonder Woman movie, Flash movie. Well, you probably wouldn't do a Flash movie because you just did the Flash, but you do Green Lantern movie, Cyborg project,
yeah,
Justice League.
And then start thinking about Flash and like maybe Martian Manhunter, maybe, and other characters. You start thinking about them.
Yeah.
Laying some ground.
But, you start with the popular ones.
But you do your biggest heroes first.
Peacemaker.
Corbin,
what?
Corbin just texted us and said he's watching the X-Men movies in order. He said the first 2 are fire. X1 and X2 are fine. Bro, it's about to go downhill for bro.
Well,
skip to first class. Skip to first class.
Was one of the worst comic movies ever. It was like truly one of the worst before this modern era, and then now it's like even the bad, horrible stuff is still somewhat better. First Class was good. Days of Future Past was solid. And nothing else was good after that. The Wolverine was like kind of fun. X-Men Origins Wolverine sucks.
Yeah.
Logan is kind of good. It's mostly good. There's good stuff in Logan, but
Logan's
and then the first 2 Deadpool movies are amazing.
Um, yeah, and then Apocalypse is horrible.
I that's why I just said it gets bad. Dark Phoenix sucked.
Dark Phoenix is abysmal.
They messed up Dark Phoenix twice, which is pretty. They messed up Phoenix twice, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a random tangent, but
keep going, keep talking. You're running the show here.
Do we want to get into Terminalist or Peacemaker first? What are you thinking?
It's your show. It's your show, gang. This one's all you.
Let's start with Peacemaker, so we can end on a happy note with Terminalist, or at least a quality television note with Terminalist.
Okay.
One sec.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. So, I was fixing something. They start the episode with the flashback to when Peacemaker, Keith, and his dad were hunting in the woods, and his dad ices an alien. Dude. Also, I don't think anyone in the show has ever touched a gun before, because he shot it once and wounded it, and then he shot it again, and its head literally just exploded into a billion pieces from like a hunting rifle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Neil Patrick's definitely shot a gun before. Is that his name, Neil Patrick?
I think so.
Hold on. I might have just said the wrong
I was like writers, editors.
I said Neil Patrick, and the first thing that comes up is Neil Patrick Harris. I said the wrong one. It's Robert Patrick, maybe?
Neil Patrick Harris, goated.
It's Robert Patrick. My apologies. So, yeah, Robert Patrick's definitely shot a gun before. That dude is...
Yeah.
He runs like a... Cutting off day ones, Wolverine might be him. Corbin into the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Corbin. That is not what we're talking about right now.
Yes, Corbin, Wolverine is in fact him. Good job.
Just remember, he's supposed to be a midget.
True. But, I mean, Wolverine is the best part of most of X-Men.
Probably there was a reason that they brought him back for Days of Future Past. He's one of the most consistent parts, but like every version of Charles Xavier is really good. It's just the problem is they're in the movies that also suck. But like Magneto and Charles Xavier are both good.
It's also the problem with every movie is like it's just Wolverine being like, I'm gonna go take on Magneto. It's like, how? You are literally made to lose to Magneto. It's not like you're made out of vibranium or something, and they can.
That's not even the problem. That's not even the problem I have with it.
It's not magnetic. Whatever. Adamantium's magnetic. He literally just puts you up against a wall every single time.
Well, yeah, that's how. Was it Days? I can't remember. First Class, maybe.
Every
one of the post-credit scenes. One of the post-credit scenes that was him in like the airport, and then Magneto like froze him. But the problem I have with all the X-Men movies is they just reset the timeline. Like after the first timeline reset, they just start doing it every movie.
And you're watching them in order, and you're like, what's happening?
So much to the point that Deadpool like makes the joke where he's like, "You're going to see the professor," and he's like, "Is this McAvoy or Stewart?"
Yeah.
These timelines are so confusing.
But back to Peacemaker. It starts with his dad just straight icing the alien in the woods, and then like discovering the doors, and then you realize that his dad didn't make the doors, and yeah, they got the doors from aliens basically.
I was not under the impression that that's what that thing he grabbed was at first, until. Obviously, they showed you later it was, but I was kind of just like, okay, that was weird.
Well, it showed the door in the background.
Oh, I genuinely didn't notice that. I don't think, or I forgot. I noticed that.
I noticed I'm probably reaching here because I don't think they would have put this much effort in, but the like metal thing that Kid Peacemaker grabbed was kind of like the same. It looked similar to his helmets. Like it looked kind of the
That's
same.
what I almost thought it was at first. I would imagine that it's probably similar.
It's
'Cause
probably like a design thing.
it seems like they're gonna take away like that his dad made the things, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. But that's kind of what I was thinking. Is it looked a lot like the Peacemaker helmets. Um. After that,
Intro was after that.
the intro. I'm not gonna lie. The intro is growing on me a little bit. Um.
I don't like the dancing as much, but the song has grown on me. Like, I mean, it's a good song, but
Yeah, I like the song.
the dancing was way better in the first season. I'm gonna be honest. All right, like they put too many new characters in it. All right, it's not as good. The dancing was so much better in the first season.
Yeah.
But this song definitely fits. The reason I didn't like it because I like the tone that the song on the first one set, but I think this one sets the tone for how depressed these episodes are gonna make you by sucking. So it's like
Yes.
a payoff thing.
It's like, hey, this is gonna be a horrible 38 minutes. Also, 38-minute episode, really?
I'm fine with that.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't feel like it wastes my time.
I was pumped, but with how little has happened so far in the show,
I would agree.
we
Live
got to
action
start putting
shows
some content.
probably need to be longer. That's one thing that like Creature Commandos did really good was like how short the animated show was. You know, obviously I have complaints about how long Invincible episodes are.
Yeah.
Because they're so long, and it's like you got to find the balance. And there's still a lot of pacing problems in this season of Peacemaker, which is ironic because of how short a lot of the episodes are. But
yeah. But there's that, and then Peacemaker comes home from the other universe, and then pretty much right as he gets there, Economos texts him and tells him to get out of the house because Argus is pulling up. So he
technically, before all that is, the Argus in the van first.
Yeah.
And we get the silly haha between John Economos and Judo Master.
Oh yes, the very comedic, well-written scene.
Yeah, remember because it was like, haha, I beat you, and he was like, that's mean, or she. I can't tell with Judo Master. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
genuinely just don't know. The voice, I thought it was a
seemed like
dude, and then I heard them
think
talk.
It isn't, dude.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I heard them talk, and I was like, maybe?
Well, they're played by a dude, so
Yeah, I assume. But, who knows? Yeah, there's the fan scene. Some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard.
No, this one's not that bad compared to every scene Vigilante is in or Flurry. So
that's true.
This is like,
but they were like, you know how you really hated how annoying Flurry was? We're gonna give you Eagle Hunter guy, who is just not funny at all.
Bro, I don't. This is why, bro. You gotta decide what you're doing for your universe. It's like. It's either all got to be silly, haha, everyone's unserious and stupid, or it can't be, And guess what? It's going to suck if it is the first one. You can sometimes have your silly, haha, funny moment, they're incompetent, but it can't be literally every single individual.
Yeah. It sucks. But, Chris and Eagly get out of the house right as Argus gets there. He calls Adebayo to come pick him up. Doesn't he? He fights Judo Master in the woods. And
well, so they arrive at his house, he gets the text that's like, get out of your house immediately. Argus does not set a perimeter, which every federal agency would do immediately when raiding a house, because you don't want someone to just you don't want someone to just run out the back entrance.
Not even
which is
federal
exactly what he
agencies,
does.
dude. A local police department would have set up a better perimeter than Argus, who deals with superheroes.
Okay, well, on top of that, okay, you want to capture somebody who's in a building.
What do you
What do
do?
you do? You
You
make
go
sure
to
there's no
all
exits
the
for them to get out
doors.
of.
You don't walk up to the front door.
Like in
Hey,
season
it's
one, there was
Argus.
a
We're
moment.
here.
In season one, there's a moment where their cops go to arrest him, and he has to climb out of the roof of his like camper van
Mm-hmm.
and like sneak out, which it still wasn't great then, but it was like at least they weren't just irresponsible, stupid idiots the whole time, you know?
Yeah. I'd rather watch like overly gory him just killing all of them than just like walk out of his back door and leave. Like it's just lazy. It sucks. It's like he could have just gotten a text from Economos before they got there and left as they were pulling up. But they were like, nah, let's just have him walk out the back door as they're already there. Like, it just sucks.
Then remember the funny moment where Eagle Hunter eats some bird poop,
Yeah, that was really funny. That was hilarious.
and he's like, he ate potato chips. Yeah.
I'm glad that was the
I was
post.
laughing.
I'm glad. Did you see the post credit scene where it was just a longer version of him talking
Unfortunately,
about
I did.
everything he ate? That was
Yeah.
hilarious. It's hilarious. Look, he ate bird
Yep.
shit.
But as that happens, Judo Master jumps out and attacks Peacemaker.
Peacemaker takes him out again.
Yep.
Also, why isn't he killing him? Like,
Then Bird Hunter sees Eagly flying above,
mm-hmm.
and he's gonna shoot it, and then John Economo shoves him onto the rock. Luckily, hitting him right in the Deus Ex Machina amnesia spot.
Oh my god, bro. That's not how amnesia works. It's like, okay.
Yes, it is.
It's
what
like,
do you know about amnesia?
All right, show writers. All of you should be punched in the face one time. That way you're like, oh, getting hit in the face actually doesn't immediately cause amnesia.
Well, in fairness, he cracked his skull on a pointed rock. I thought he was dead at first, but then they're like, no, he's alive for some reason. Even though he is profusely bleeding, as they show us,
Yeah, he's
like
bleeding a lot.
Like it's still gushing blood like hours after because he draws on the dirt with the blood from his forehead.
Yeah, but it's like that's just dumb. It's lazy. You could have had Economos like do literally anything else, or just not have that happen, or have Economos deal with consequences for repeatedly helping Peacemaker instead of Argus, instead of just him continually ruining Argus's plans and not having any repercussions or being put on a new assignment or anything.
I mean, he is the only person.
Why is Economos there?
So he's the only person from the original Peacemaker Task Force, whatever, even Task Force X team, I guess, that was still at the Belle Reve, still working for Belle Reve. And which is Argus, I guess. Or now he's a field agent instead of working at Belle Reve. I don't know. It's very unclear. And then they kept him because he's like too much of a social imbecile, I guess. So it was like, you know, he's not going to keep his connections or whatever, even though he clearly did, which they would actively know, and they do know.
Exactly.
So
that's my point exactly. It's like he's an asset, so you should move him to a different assignment because he is an asset. He's intelligent.
Well, it's just weird when they're like he's. It's like weird. He's going to spy on Peacemaker, and they're like, yeah, don't you think he might not tell us the whole truth? And you're like, well, I assume they think that because they would know because they're sending him to watch his friend. And then they're like, that's a good point. Let's send another incompetent agent to go watch with him.
Yeah, it's like, or just send an agent. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, remember we get the funny moment where Economos is like, hey, horrible actress lady, Flurry winked at me when he was talking to you.
Yeah, dude, it's so bad. It's not a real conversation. No one has ever talked how the characters in this show talk in all of human history. Hey, lady, Flurry winked at me while he was talking on the phone.
I have bird blindness.
Did you really do that? It was a friendly wink. I'm Eagle Hunter. I lived in Illinois for years. That's never happened.
Hey, racist. You know it's a comic book show? It's supposed to be stupid. Why are you taking it so seriously?
Bro, that's what the writers think, which pisses me off. It's like...
or they think it's funny.
Or they genuinely think they're being funny.
Worse.
Which is worse? You genuinely, like, have disdain and condescension for the material you're working with, or you're so incompetent that you can't do it right. I don't know which one I'd prefer.
Well, dude, it's so annoying because it was the comment on my first Peacemaker video where it's just like, don't take it so seriously, man. Don't read into it. It's like, bro, The Office doesn't have plot holes in it because it's a coherent story. Something can be funny and the story still has to have internal consistency. It's not real life. Of course it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's not about what happens in real life. It's about internal consistency.
Yeah.
The tone has to be the same internally in the show.
Pissed me off. It's like, oh, well, it's a fantasy thing. It's a sci-fi thing. Like, anything can happen.
It's satire.
And it's like, no. I can believe anything could happen in a fantasy world once you establish a set of rules and then follow those rules. I can believe any set of rules you give me. There's magic, cool. There's crazy scientific shit, cool. But you have to establish that and then stick to those rules. They can change a little bit as time goes on, but it has to kind of be a big deal when that happens. You can give any set of rules and it makes sense. But people, like, I don't understand. People don't think that way, I guess, and they just think
it's a comic.
They think,
it's a comic book thing. It's supposed to be funny. It's satire. That's the one with the boys where it's like, it's satire. It's supposed to be stupid.
It's like, that's not good. That's actively bad. You're literally just saying the show you like. You're like, no, dude, you don't get The Boys. It's supposed to suck. No, it's not. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be like semi-social commentary on certain stuff and then superheroes.
Yes.
I'm saying
so semi.
I'm being generous with the semi, but because
exclusively because I don't social commentary.
I don't want to dig deep on it, but it's like, yeah,
you have to dig deep with it at this point.
I know, but I don't want to get into it because we're talking about Peacemaker and I hate Peacemaker. But it's like, yeah, but it can still be good. Like season 1 was pretty good.
Sometimes
it had problems, but like generally it was fun to watch.
Internal consistency and starts destroying characters towards the end. But
yes, and then it starts to develop characters, and then literally,
bro,
every season, it's like, okay, you know how we were developing these characters? We're just gonna undo that, and they're gonna be the same as they were in season 1,
which Peacemaker
has
done fully.
Actually, I was gonna say except for Frenchie, but not even Frenchie. He regresses as well. Kimiko is probably the character that progresses the most in the entire show, other than Huey.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't progress at all.
No, because she talks in the last episode. That's the most. Other than Huey,
wait, didn't she not even talk? Didn't she just scream? Isn't like that all she did?
Yes. Other than Huey, that is the most like consistent linear character progression of any character in the show.
Huey isn't linear. Huey completely progresses and then regresses fully.
That's true. No, actually, that's the most linear character progression in the entire show. Because Billy, you get like, oh, bad guy, and then it's like, oh, maybe Huey's gonna be like his little brother. He's gonna start to be chill again. He's getting the flashbacks of his wife. It's like maybe he's gonna chill out, and it's like, no, he's not. He's still
okay. All right, we're not talking about The Boys, so we don't need to go into a full character analysis.
Sorry, I got fired up
of The Boys. The point I'm making here with internal consistency, whatever, something can be funny and have to maintain internal consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want a great example of not doing that, go to, like, look at Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is a show that is the least internally consistent thing ever. And I'm going to talk a lot more about this when we do our full MCU ranking. It's so impressive with the fact that there is genuinely not one character who has a second of screen time who is not ruined, actively regressed, or stupid in the movie. So it's like,
Yes.
if you think about, except actually nope, he's stupid by the end of the day. Like, there's genuinely not one. Every character is actively stupid in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's like, everyone praised the movie when it came out because they were like, oh, it's Sam Raimi, whatever. It's like, that scene was cool. And it's like, if you even think about any of the stuff that happens in that movie for logically more than 2 seconds, it's just bad and it all falls apart. I don't care that scene looked cool. The story sucks. And a movie, the entire purpose of a movie or a show is to tell a story.
Yeah.
The humor or the cool factor of it is supposed to be the secondary tier of that.
Yeah.
The purpose of Guardians of the Galaxy is to tell a story. And then the medium it uses to get there is through humor and the ragtag crew James Gunn storyline. That's the point. You know, it's like the whole purpose originally is to tell a story. That'd be like writing a book and then it's like, but you make the font look super cool, but then it's like there's not coherent sentences inside the book. But you're like, but the font looks sick. The cover, it's like you just exclusively judge the book by its cover.
Yeah.
You're like, the cover's sick though, and it's like sentences me want read book.
It's like, but the cover art is so cool. It's like, okay, cool story.
That's what it's like. Don't take it seriously, dude. It's supposed to be a story.
It's like, that's the point.
That's the logic behind it. It's funny. I laughed. Okay.
Okay.
Did you actually watch the episode or were you on your phone half the time? And then did you rewatch the episode and go, that joke it wasn't as funny? It's one-time funny moment. If I ever rewatch Peacemaker Season 2, which I probably have to before I make my video on it, I'm probably not going to laugh every time Flurry says titties again. You know, it's like, that was funny because it caught me so off guard the first time. I'm going to know it's there. It's not going to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a joke that's like, oh, that was hilarious. That's going to be funny every time I watch it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Old Marvel has, like, jokes that are funny every single time you watch it.
I laughed watching Thor 1 more than I have in a while.
Yeah.
And I've seen it like 5 times.
Yeah. And they aren't even writing jokes. It's literally just situationally hilarious because he's an alien and he's doing weird shit. It's that simple. It's literally that simple to write funny stuff without being, like, really stupid. It's not him being like, it's not him like smashing the glass and then being like, oh boy, I shouldn't have done that, huh? You guys look real upset. Like, he just does it. And it's funny because he doesn't know he did anything wrong. It's funny.
All right. I mean, we can fly through the rest of this
bro.
Super quickly. Essentially, what happens is, so Economos has to stall while hacking the door, which is stupid. And then Peacemaker sets up the new Pocket Universe door thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vigilante shows up. They argue about it, whatever. Remember, there's the hilarious moment where he's like, do you hear a cat? You know, that was hilarious. Super funny.
Oh, my God.
Sasha Bordeaux keeps doing her horrible acting. Then they go to recruit Harcourt, and they're like, and, you know, it's like, Rick Flag's like, I broke my back. That's in Creature Commandos. Clayface shatters his spine. You know, and he's like, well, he's like, you got to call me Rick. That was weird. And then they talk about Rick Flag Jr., which, by the way, Rick Flag Jr. mentioned Suicide Squad 2016 at one point in the first... In the last episode, which we didn't mention with the Enchantress reference.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that joke I made in my first Peacemaker video. I was like, does this mean 2016 Suicide Squad is also canon? It now does, based on James. So we're sitting here talking about what's his face being the new Batman. We already know Batman. Batman's Ben Affleck in the universe.
Yeah.
So. Because remember, 2016 Suicide Squad can't happen without Ben Affleck's Batman.
I mean, Jared Leto's Joker.
So unserious, dude. I don't like
it's so bad.
The fact that people are acting like James. The amount of times you see on Instagram or Twitter, James Gunn said, I'm like, he doesn't know what he's saying half the time. He's just lying.
And like a lot of the stuff is coming from an interview where somebody asked him a question that he didn't think of before he was asked the question, and he has to come up with some bullshit answer that sounds like it makes sense. It's like, what parts of Suicide Squad are in? And he's like, Shit.
Everything you see,
The
everything you
ones
see in Peacemaker's canon.
the ones we show you, and it's like, okay, so then 2016 is canon because you just talked about it by your own
Well,
stuff.
in fairness, most of the stuff doesn't have to be canon if you're not doing character development, which they actively don't do. That like it's so funny because I unironically, on top of me being pretty certain James Gunn doesn't know which you're supposed to use.
Dude, I was talking about that with somebody earlier because
hold on.
Yeah,
Let me get this point out. I also am starting to wonder, which is I'm saying that to say this considering he did some of the best character work in the early MCU, that James Gunn doesn't even understand character development because it's like the only things that make it weird when I'm like, okay, does this mean this movie's canon? I don't actually think James Gunn is intending to tell me Suicide Squad 2016 as it happened is 100% canon. My point is, with how characters act in the stuff that is canon is entirely reliant on how those movies play out.
yeah.
Notably, some of the Rick Flag stuff is completely separate. The problem was when it's like the Suicide Squad's canon. It's like, okay, Harley Quinn's entire storyline is dependent on 2016 Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker is entirely dependent on the Suicide Squad. Whatever. So it's like, does he even understand how a character's developed at this point? I don't know. It's like he's
their
lost
motivation.
his fastball. Like, well, or no, it's not like he lost his fastball. It's like he just keeps throwing a fastball down the middle, and it just is progressively getting slower and slower each time he throws it, and he just doesn't have a curveball.
Yeah.
And he tries to throw a curveball, and then it's just another fastball that's going 20 miles an hour instead of the 100 he started with.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, okay, technically you did subvert my expectations by being abysmal instead of decent. If that counts.
No. Yeah, well, true. Expectations subverted. Remember, it's all about subversion. Thanks,
Yes.
Ryan Johnson. There's a new Ryan Johnson movie coming out on Netflix, Knives Out.
That actually might be the right movie for him to make. Except for the fact that except for the
He
fact
made
that
the
he
first
wouldn't know
two.
what the ending was.
Well, he made the first two, and they were all stupid, and they convince you it's literally just right. It's the same as TLJ. It's like, it's so dumb. It convinces you that it's smart. That's literally how Ryan Johnson does Knives Out. And like, I haven't seen the first Knives Out in a while. I thought some of the acting was okay. So many of the plot is just stupid. There's so many plot. The second one sucked.
Yeah.
They were playing Among Us. They were talking about COVID. It was awful. The second Knives Out movie was trash.
I like the first one because it was fun. And it's like...
Bro, you sound like a James Gunn fan.
No. Okay. Yes, that does. But
it came out in a year where everything was so good that you don't even think about how bad it was. You were just like, oh, that one was also good.
Yeah.
And it's got a decent cast. Ana de Armas, Daniel Craig, Chris Evans.
That's a really good cast.
It's a good cast.
Yeah.
And it's like it came out right next to 1917 maybe.
Did it really?
It might have been around that, but I think that was the same year as 21 Bridges maybe. Like, it's a whole bunch of movies that were really solid, and it was like,
dude, dang it,
and
Caleb. Now I have to
like this.
Now I have to go watch
It was
21 Bridges, you dick.
Just watch Mobland first.
No, now I have to watch 21 Bridges.
No. All right.
I'm kidding.
Okay, let me talk about this Your thing real quick. I'm pretty sure the one in Creature Commandos isn't actually James Gunn's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is done by a third-party company. It would have had to go through about 17 different people, and they still missed it somehow. And they get the Your right in other circumstances. And this is what a nitpick actually is, because this has no effect on the plot. So for everyone who always wants to, whenever you point out a real plot hole, who always wants to go, you're just nitpicking.
No, we're nitpicking right now because they used the wrong Your in a text message. This is nitpicking.
So we obviously talked about that before, and we were like, "Oh, that's so annoying. How did they get the wrong Your?" I'm rewatching Creature Commandos, or not rewatching. I'm watching it. And I have closed captions on because I have it turned down somewhat, and half the time I can't understand what half the characters are saying because they have weird accents. And there's a moment where he's saying "your." They're like "your bride," and the closed captions have "you are," like the "you are" YOU''RE. And I send the picture to Jake. I'm like, James Gunn doesn't know what "your" to use. But like I said, I don't actually think that's his fault with Creature Commandos. That one, it's just a coincidence. But it's like,
it's fun.
That was in Peacemaker.
It's happened more than once, and it's like, guys, come on. Come on.
If I keep seeing it in future projects, I'm gonna start narratives. James Gunn doesn't know what you already use.
I'll make a video.
He gets away with it for now.
Yeah.
Video is crazy.
That'll my first video. I'm waiting until it happens again, and I'm making like an hour-long video.
And he found another excuse not to upload.
Yes, we're back. Actually, we're not back. I'm doing everything in my power not to be back. I'm just kidding. All right, back to Peacemaker.
I mean, we're pretty much wrapped up here. They recruit Harcourt. They get the door set up. The Peacemaker says, "I have to go back." And Adebayo's like,
No, you shouldn't do that.
And then doesn't
And he's
she
like,
say, "I'm going with you"? Isn't that like?
I honestly don't remember if she said that or not.
I think that is because I think they're setting up the whole like universe 2 is white supremacy.
Ah, right.
Which we did not talk about last episode because it kind of slipped past us.
Yeah.
But it has been pointed out that every character in Universe 2, which I refer to as the good universe, which is going to age poorly at this point.
So did Peacemaker.
Peacemaker said it's the good universe. That's why I refer to it as the good universe. Every character there is white. Yeah. So we know season 1 was about racism. That's one of the big final bosses of the show. James Gunn loves to do this with his modern stuff, having political reasoning and whatever be the whole thing. And he still holds a grudge from getting fired, whatever. It's probably gonna be white supremacy. That's gonna be the big reveal. And then it's like, oh, but you're the real problem, audience, for not noticing this.
Yeah.
That, or it's really unfortunate for James Gunn, and it's a complete and total coincidence that he wrote the universe that's way better in every way, having only white people in it, which is way funnier if that was what happened, but it seems too intentional. With how Hollywood and modern stuff is, it's way too much of a coincidence to not be what the story's going to be about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be like, his dad, and his brother fucking eradicated everybody, bro.
Which, in fairness, is what his dad was doing in the first season. So it's like,
yeah, it's like,
wow, we're just rehashing character plots again. Like it's the same. Like Harcourt's entirely regressed, Peacemaker's entirely regressed, Adebayo is somehow regressed, Economos has regressed somehow. Like neither of them had much character. Vigilante, I wouldn't say is regressed, but has become nothing of a character, which I guess is about as close to regressing as you would get with him. It's like I don't understand it. It's the first season of Peacemaker is not Shakespearean by any means. It's very all right. I don't understand how season 2 is so much worse than it. Yeah. But I don't think where does this go? So what, they're waiting in the park here, and Harcourt's gonna come meet him essentially. That's how it ended. So he's not going back yet. We have what, 7 more episodes? Not 7. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump scare you with 7 episodes. We have 4 more episodes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so we have 1 more of like this whatever, and then remember James Gunn said the last 3 are when stuff gets crazy. It's the prequel to Man of Tomorrow. You gotta watch it. No one's watching this show. Please watch it.
It's so bad, dude. I fucking hate this show. It sucks.
All right, let's talk about Terminalist.
Yes. Freedom. Terminalist. So much better. All right, so it opens. I forget, was the opening with Ben confronting Haverford?
Rafe returns the body at the church.
Yes. Rafe returning the body.
He drops it. It's not returned, but
yeah.
Ben pulls shrapnel out of his leg.
Yeah, Ben cleans himself up and then goes to confront Haverford.
Before that, we get Nuclear Commission people. This is the first episode that this has been in where it didn't feel like it was just a random secondary thing happening on screen. Like, it actually felt like it flowed properly with the episode, with this Geneva, Switzerland. It's the GAEA Commission.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually felt like part of the episode this time instead of just like a totally separate thing. But
And essentially, they're going to add cameras and online monitors to make sure that whatever the nuclear rotations, that whole thing. And
mhm,
he's like, he wants the oil sanction to let. He's basically like, it's all about money. And it shows, the seat next to him is empty, which is where his brother, which I didn't know who was supposed to be sitting there because I can't tell who's who because I have not kept up with this plot well enough. But it's his brother essentially supposed to be sitting there.
mhm,
And of course, how it feels like this plot's been so dragged in. We know one of these people was going to be the shepherd.
yeah,
And so it's like, oh, so that's the shepherd, which is what the show wants you to think, obviously. But we'll get there.
yeah. And then obviously Ben confronts Haverford about.
Well, so Tal's on the train. She threatens a
Oh
woman,
shit! Yeah.
and she learns Eliza's dead from the news. Like
Mhm.
she's on the news. And then Ben arrives in Germany, and they show Rafe is like tailing him essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. And then.
And Ben meets up with Mo and Landry on the boat,
Mhm.
which leads to him confronting Haverford.
Yeah. He confronts Haverford. Haverford claims that the shepherd was feeding him bad intel.
And he shows the shepherd, which is revealed to be the brother of what's his face,
The senator guy.
the negotiator,
Yeah.
the nuclear negotiator guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It was revealed to be his brother. They make him call his brother to tell him that, like, the deal went well, but I don't know. I didn't love that scene because it was like, it sounded like when you were getting his brother's perspective over the phone, it sounded like somebody had a gun to his head making him say it after torture. Like, it sounded like he was broken.
It sounded like a
hell.
James Gunn bro trying. It sounded like a James Gunn bro telling you that Superman's good. They're like, go on your YouTube channel and say Superman is fire. Otherwise, say how amazing
Say it's
Peacemaker
good.
season 2 is. You're just like, I really love the hilarity and humor in Peacemaker.
Flurry is
Oh yeah,
my
he
favorite
does
character.
literally. Well, he literally starts the call off by going like, "Yeah, I'm not okay." Like that's literally like his opening line in the phone call.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm not good right now.
He's like, "How are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm basically about to get shot in this boat, but point is, the deal was all good,
Point
and
is,
the
we're
bearings
totally
are on their
fine.
way."
There's no reason to be worried
Obviously,
about
with the
anything.
later reveal, it's not that weird. Like with the later reveal, it's like why didn't his brother notice anything? It's because his brother knew about it the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. But in that moment, I was like, why is he like totally fine? Like he's obviously getting tortured right now. But we get that, and then
I was just picturing the scene from Daredevil season 1 where that one cop is held hostage in Daredevil. This like Loki, half the stuff I don't remember because I was thinking about like why didn't Matt do certain stuff in Daredevil season 1? Because I was picturing the scene where he's trapped in the building with Vladimir, and the cop is ready, like puts the cop's radio up, and then the cop like yells the address and location or whatever. So I missed like the next 10 minutes of this Daredevil episode because I was sitting there going like, well, wouldn't Matt have heard his heart rate start to elevate? I was thinking about Daredevil season 1, so.
that's funny. And then they kill the guy. They kill the shepherd.
The shepherd.
The shepherd.
Quotes wink for any audio listeners out there.
Yes. I'm winking. And then after that, he sends the team to pose as Iranian agents and deliver the bearings to the prime minister.
Yes. All of which I was super confused about. So, I can't tell what was supposed to be So, someone was delivering the bearings to someone. They both had fakes, or none of them had fakes, or they were both real, or one was real and one was fake. I'm super confused at what was happening here. So it seems to me, I can't tell. So either because they say like they're different, it's like they're both whatever. Obviously, the bearings that they actually deliver work. Seemingly, those are the bearings they took from the German intelligence guys, but it was also like the German intelligence guys were there to disrupt the trade as well.
Hmm.
I have no clue what's happening here,
Yeah.
to be honest. As to like which bearings are real and what the whole purpose was of like the German thing.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. It. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which ones are real. I don't. Because if the Germans were disrupting it, they shouldn't have given real bearings. But then, if they're both fake bearings, why are they different? If they're real, why are they different? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's weird. Um, but then Rafe leaves. Doesn't wanna do that mission. Tells Ben he's getting too like caught up in the fog of war, and their old code is gone basically.
Well, no, so Ben says fog of war as like justification.
Yeah, yeah,
Essentially, that's what.
yeah. But yeah, he tells Ben he's like too caught up in that, and the old code is gone.
Oh, by the way, are you watching Marvel Zombies that releases a week from today? It's a 4-part animation. No, is that a no? Is your deafening silence a no there?
Maybe no, because I know they're gonna ruin Spider-Man, and it's gonna piss me off to see Spider-Man.
In Marvel Zombies,
Yeah,
is he in that?
yeah,
He's on the poster.
he's in it. There's one shot of him surrounded by a bunch of zombies, where he's like up in the air and he kills a bunch of them, and then it's like, oh, so the only thing that could happen after this shot is he dies.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, or somebody who can fly saves. I don't know, but I don't know. It looks bad, and it'll piss me off to see a bad Spider-Man. So, yeah. But yeah, so Rafe leaves, and then I think there we get back to Tall.
I don't. I stopped taking notes halfway through. Like I said, I started thinking about Daredevil. I
That's
was kind of hoping you would be paying more attention, but
well, I don't know if my sequence is correct, but I think we get back to Tall. She ignores her orders to stand down and investigates Haverford and discovers that he met with the guy that he claimed is the shepherd, but we later find out isn't, after telling Mossad that the shepherd was dead. And then she traces the meeting using drone photos and texts the evidence to Ben. Then Ben and the team find out that Haverford and the CIA plan to let Iran get the actual bearings, and their long-term goal was to enable.
well, first obviously they show up and do the trade.
Yeah, they do the trade.
So they show up with the fake bearings that they believe are the fake bearings.
Yeah, but are actually the real bearings, I think.
Well, they take them and they test it, and
Yeah.
they're like, that's when they understand. Oh, it's the real bearings.
Yeah.
So they go back to their car.
Yeah.
Do you need me to?
My notes were not thorough. I was going off memory, and I did not.
I mean, I'm working off memory. No, I'm just saying, like, they go back to their car and they get the text from Tal,
Yeah, sorry.
where they realize they get the text from Tal that's a screenshot of Haverford meeting with the real shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben sits there and thinks about what they're gonna do. I was a little annoyed because they sit there and for whatever reason they wait until the very last minute before they're like, okay, now we'll get out. Thankfully, they just shot the tires, which no one ever does in any project ever. Like, they actually shoot the tires, and then it's like, and then they just melt all the guys in the private jet using a saw and some M4s. And then Ben walks up and shoots the guy's wrist so that it makes it easier for him to cut it off. He must have a very sharp knife, by the way, because he slices through that dude's hand.
Like,
Maybe
bone.
so. Maybe he shot the bone so that it
Yeah.
shattered, so it wouldn't disrupt his knife just slicing the skin off. But like, I was just like, holy, that knife must be sharp.
Yeah, he just like chopped it straight off. Like,
It just goes, whoosh, and then the hand was just gone. It's like,
yeah,
okay,
it's like,
wow, that must be
all right,
sharp.
all right, big dog. Nice knife. And then Rafe was like watching all of that happen.
Yeah, so they reveal he was looking through a sniper. I don't really know what his plan was here.
I don't know.
You know,
he didn't
like he was kind of this there with a single shot sniper. Like,
he didn't do anything.
I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was gonna be doing with that sniper. Like, let's be real.
He's maybe potentially killing a person. Like if it
Before everyone else dies, though, like
I don't know. Like I don't know why that was in there. Like if it was gonna be like that, I mean, just give the guy binoculars.
Well, I think that's his final. So I think that's his final scene. Obviously,
yeah.
he might come back. I guess I don't know if he will. That kind of felt like the send off to like set him up to appear for. I feel like there's enough context for like why he wouldn't go back to Ben. There maybe still needs to be something else for why he wouldn't end up with Reese, but you know, I think it's enough work so far that I could understand why it's like, okay, that's why he's not in season 1 of Terminal List, but he'll be in season 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's enough for him to distance himself for a while, and definitely to not associate with Ben. But yeah, so Rafe was watching them the whole time, and then when the team comes back to confront Haverford, he's gone. And basically Haverford burned all of them as traitors to the CIA.
Yep. Setting up our finale episode, which somehow is going to have to kill Haverford, well as
clear their names.
Rhea and Grace, clear their names. Mo's probably finna be dead.
Mo's dying. Mo's dead.
Landry maybe. I feel like Landry's is marked for death here.
Landry's probably gonna die. Mo's probably gonna die.
Tal will make it out.
Maybe.
No, I think she's fine. There's no reason Tal would have been in future seasons, so I don't think she's gonna die.
That's a good point. But I feel like there's gonna be.
They already killed one Mossad agent.
Yeah, wherever they are with boots on the ground, I think Ben's gonna be the only one to live, because Tal probably won't be physically with them. But I think wherever the physical confrontation happens, Ben will be the only one to live.
I hope there's a little bit of like direct tie-in with season 1 of Terminal List, but I don't think there will be necessarily.
Yeah, I would like a little something that shows some like Ben's already obviously going down like the darker path, but it's like he's not doing anything really that's like straight evil. So it's like I need a little more.
They're making a real Central Perk coffee store from Friends. It's like they're making a real one.
Why now? Friends.
I don't know.
Came out 30 years ago.
Terrible. It's also the most overrated show ever.
They should have done that in 2000. Like,
have you watched Friends all the way through?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I mean, it's like a.
Bro, there is like 2 funny moments in that whole show, in my opinion. Like, I feel like it sucks, but
it's like there's
the way everyone talks about it. You think it's the funniest thing ever, and it's like for me, it's my least favorite sitcom I've ever watched.
Yeah, it was like I watched.
It's like there's some funny. Chandler's is pretty funny in it. I think Joey is like kind of funny. Everyone talks about him like he's hilarious. He's just an idiot. I don't find him that funny. The whole Ross Rachel storyline just gets way too freaking stupid and boring after 3 seasons, and it went all the way through till season 10 and the finale episode. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that would have been like if what's her face, Pam and Jim didn't get together until season 9, episode 20 or whatever of The Office.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, they had their kid in like season 8 and then still didn't get together until season 9.
yeah, like I don't know. Sorry, not to just randomly bring that up, but I just saw it and I was just like, what? Why? But yeah, dude, it's yeah, okay, you can keep talking.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say before that. That was so out of the blue. I literally don't remember what I was saying.
Well, I mean, we wrapped up our recap here, so
Oh yeah,
you have
we
any
finished Terminal. I think. Do you know? Does it say how long the finale is gonna be on?
I don't think so.
Let me look it up.
I don't believe so. I don't think it says anywhere. Apparently the media broadcast is starting for Supergirl, so that's crazy.
Looks like about 55, 56 minutes.
Okay.
So they've got time to do a lot of stuff, but it's going to be a packed episode for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which, isn't a necessarily a terrible thing for a finale, but it might be a little too packed. But
I'm genuinely mind blown that they're opening this coffee shop in New York City. I think it's gonna be way too crowded. Bro, just like what teenage girls are gonna show up and want to sit on that couch, and there's just not gonna be space on the couch.
yeah, I mean, no,
Because you know what? Everyone else who shows up to a mid coffee shop from a TV show is gonna want to do. They're gonna want to sit in the couch that the cast in the TV show sits on.
yeah.
If this place doesn't have real backing, they're gonna be out of business and turn into a Starbucks within the next 2 years.
Probably.
Apparently, Splinter Cell's getting a show on Netflix too. By the way, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell.
Cool.
And there's also a Deadpool and Batman crossover comic coming out on Wednesday, today. But comics suck, so I will not be reading it. And Deadpool in the comics really sucks. He is so much better in the movies than he is in the comics. So boring in the comics.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet will reportedly be paid $25 million for his upcoming motorcycle heist thriller High Side. Bro, Timothy Chalamet, how's that dude make so much, bro? You gotta be in something that's not mid at some point, other than Dune, you know?
Dune's all you need, bro.
Yeah, but then everything else that came out, it's like, can you act though, you know? I didn't see the Bob Dylan movie, I guess. We had a friend who likes it, but he likes Peacemaker and doesn't like Saving Private Ryan, so I don't really take his opinion. And he likes Fallout, the show. Which is kind of impressive because from what I hear, that show is one of the most incoherent things ever. And he's a big fan of Fallout, so I don't...
He's a big Fallout guy, so I thought he would be a lot more critical of the show than he was.
Yeah. I was gonna watch a video on it, but it seems like I need to understand why the show sucked so much before I watch the video.
Yeah.
So I might have to watch Fallout.
There
I want to watch Fallout just because I want to watch Fallout Season 2 because it's going to be about Fallout New Vegas. So if they nail that, which they won't based off of everything I've heard about the first season, but let's say hypothetically they did, it would be awesome.
There's something else I wanted to talk about. There's like the Batman 2 details, like little stuff that's come out.
But I just saw something about that from IGN, and it was like all like one confirmed thing, and then everyone else was, this guy said this one thing.
Well, yeah. So this is at first says filming will start around April 2026, which sounds about right from where they're currently at. Two, Bruce Wayne is finding it very hard to be Batman.
Bruce Wayne is finding it hard. Why? There was zero justification for that with how the story went.
Yeah.
The first movie was literally. Well, the first movie he wasn't even Bruce Wayne. I thought it was more.
He was Bruce Wayne in one scene.
Well, you remember in The Dark Knight how it was like, that's one thing Bale and like the Nolan stuff did good. It was like how Batman can use his identity as Bruce Wayne to also help and not just be the Batman. Which it kind of felt like it was like, okay, this is year 2, so he hasn't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah.
So what, we're just fast forwarding through all of that?
Like... And it's also like, he's not, like, in his own mind, he's not Bruce Wayne dressing up, going out as Batman. He is Batman. Like, in Batman's own mind, he's Batman.
Bruce Wayne yet. He isn't Bruce Wayne yet. Like, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Remember the whole Rachel line in Batman Begins of like, this is your mask, not where she's like, with Bruce Wayne as the mask.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a thing in, I want to say, Justice League animated series where Wonder Woman like lasso of truth and asks who he is, and he just says Batman. It's like, he's Batman.
Well, he learned that from the Tibetan monk.
No, he is Batman. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't see himself as Bruce Wayne dressing up as Batman.
That's Tibetan monks.
No, that's not Tibetan monks. He doesn't see himself as Bruce Wayne. He sees himself as
like
Batman.
That sounds like something someone who doesn't understand Tibetan monk training wouldn't understand. Yeah, if the Batman 2 opens up with some Tibetan monk scenes, I am down.
Bring out the Tibetan monks, bro.
How did you survive? How did you survive getting shot in the chest point blank by a 12 gauge? Tibetan
monks.
And then shooting up adrenaline.
Oh,
and then electrifying yourself.
The next 3 things seem semi-interesting. It takes Batman in a direction, quote, never done before in this way.
What does that mean? That could be awful. That could be terrible.
Don't love that, but 4 kind of undercuts that. Says it's another murder mystery digging deeper into the corruption of Gotham. So it's like, it's similar to the first movie.
Well, there were some elements in the first one that were about murder mystery, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I wish they were just a little more. I liked the detective stuff in the first one because it's kind of the first time we've gotten detective Batman stuff in a while.
Yeah, I like the detective stuff.
Could use a little more. The point before that, though, is so, like, I don't know. It doesn't sound great when we're talking about taking the character in a new direction. It's like,
just make Batman. Just make Batman.
Yeah. What does that mean?
To be like, what are we? Some kind of Batman? Whatever.
Yeah. All those people who want freaking Dick Grayson to show up in this one, it's like, dude.
No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Also, do you want James Gunn to make Dick Grayson? Or are you shitting me? Really? Is that what you want?
Well, I'm talking about the Batman. People want Dick Grayson to show up in the Batman, which, in fairness, time frame wise, lines up about right with year 2. Like, I don't know. I don't really want. I like the idea of Robin in a Batman show or something like that. I don't like it as much in a Batman movie because it feels, unless you're using it for Batman's character development, it feels like a great way to distract yourself from having to write a complex Batman.
Mm-hmm. And then, I think digging deeper into the corruption could be interesting. A Court of Owls would be super cool, but I hope they don't do it yet. Like, I feel like that should be later.
I think it'll be Hush. I feel like there was all the setup for Hush.
Yeah,
so
I think it'll be Hush. Which, whatever, but that'd be fine. Penguin will appear in 5 to 6 scenes.
Yeah, Colin Farrell said he's going to be in it, but he's not a super big part of it, so that's unfortunate. We're also apparently not getting a Penguin. We're not getting a Penguin 2. Season 2 because Colin Farrell hates how long the makeup takes, which I get, but it's also like it was really good and I want another season.
Just throw money
also,
at
the
it.
fact
just
that
throw
the dude,
money at it.
If you want to take the Emmys less seriously, he didn't get nominated for an Emmy for his performance as Oswald Cobblepot in The Penguin. So screw you, Emmys. You're stupid and you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Michael Giacchino will return for the score.
Dude, I didn't realize this, but it made sense to me when I heard it.
So
He
bad.
did the score for the first Doctor Strange movie.
That actually does.
Because I watched the movie and I was like, this music is so good, and then it was like Michael Giacchino. I was like, oh, how about that? So
that's why.
yeah.
So
He
that's
didn't do
good.
Thor 1, which I was disappointed. I was like, because when I listened to Thor 1 soundtrack, I was like, this is a banger. Is this Michael Giacchino too? And it's like a random guy. And I'm like, why can't this guy do other movies? Why am I getting this other crap in the new stuff?
Yeah. Sophia Falcone will not appear.
I saw that.
And then Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson believe it will top the first film. I was just saying, like,
okay,
whatever.
Well, she was a good character in Penguin.
Yeah,
so that's why that's a notable thing. Yeah, shut up! Stop saying yeah. You haven't seen Penguin, bro. And then the last point is completely mute. Okay, or moot. It's like
yeah, they're gonna say
they're not gonna be like this movie sucks compared to the last one. It's like I doubt Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan were walking out with The Dark Knight Rises and going like, this one's gonna absolutely suck booty cheeks compared to the last one.
There's something from
so it's like, of course,
4 hours ago that says Matt Reeves says they're actively thinking of a potential second season of The Penguin.
I know they're thinking about it. I just think Colin Farrell said he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
I don't think that means he wouldn't do it, though.
I don't think he wants to. I think it's too much of a pain.
I agree.
Ha! Jimmy Kimmel got suspended.
But I also think
Jimmy Kimmel Live has been indefinitely suspended. Screw you, Jimmy Kimmel.
I think also if you don't really want to do something, but you're willing to do it for more money, a good way to get more money is to say, I don't want to do it.
That's true, but it's also to an extent of Colin Farrell doesn't really need. Not Colin Farrell. Is it Colin Farrell? It is Colin Farrell, right?
Colin Farrell.
Okay. So I started thinking about Colin first. So I got completely mixed up for a second. He doesn't need the money. Also, I don't think he's an idiot. He probably knows that the only reason I will see Penguin season 2 happening is if all this James Gunn stuff bombs and the Batman 2 does really good and they're going to tell Matt Reeves we're going forward with you.
Yeah.
Which is a greater than 0% chance, but the breaking news now, Jimmy Kimmel Live has been indefinitely suspended.
There's also
Colbert's gone.
There's a new look at Ryan Gosling filming for Star Wars Starfighter.
For Star Wars Starfighter. I think that movie will be solid, but it's like kind of depressing that the 50-year anniversary of Star Wars is getting celebrated by a movie, Star Wars Starfighter. It's really depressing how far Star Wars, because that movie's coming out for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, dude.
Yeah.
50 years. It's so depressing how far Star Wars has fallen. It's just not even a relevant thing anymore.
Yeah, it's just like it just sucks now.
Yeah, we got the Ahsoka guy running stuff, bro. It's just that's one of my favorite quotes. I think I've said it before, but it was like they were talking about who's gonna replace Kathleen Kennedy, and they were like, it was like, will it be Dave Filoni? And like someone up high in Star Wars was like, yeah, but he's the Ahsoka guy. And then there's someone called Jon Favreau the savior of Star Wars, and I'm like, saved it from what?
It was good. It's only
it was
gotten
good
worse
before your crappy movies came out, and then season 1 of The Mandalorian was solid. That doesn't make you the savior of Star Wars. You know, it's like if someone's got an open bleeding head wound and then you like put a band-aid on their thumb that was also cut. You're not the savior of Star Wars. Like, great, their thumb's not bleeding. What are you going to do about the open head wound? That is gushing blood because the Rey movie is still a possibility. It's not happening. Daisy Ridley doesn't have work. She's actively begging for jobs. It feels like so is Jonathan Boyega. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Oscar Isaac is the only dude who is doing well from that original because he's a good actor.
Yeah,
who is in other projects before Star Wars ruined other people's careers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Jimmy Fallon, I think that was Jimmy Fallon. So James Corden was the first to go. Stephen Colbert got canceled a few months ago,
Hmm.
and now Jimmy Kimmel has been indefinitely suspended. So all these late night comedy shows that no one watches and aren't funny are finally going by the wayside. Jimmy Fallon's probably the best one still out there as far as these go. So it's kind of like, you know, I guess it's fine that one sticks around, but
Yeah.
whatever, bro. These late night comedy shows are just not funny.
It's,
Like people don't watch them.
it's
People
just,
listen to comedy. People listen to comedians' podcasts now. That's where shows are. Like
yeah, because I mean, those like late night did well. It was like people come home from work and
when
turn on the
people
TV.
when people were stuck on cable television, they
Yeah,
did
when
well. They
people
haven't been good.
when people had channels and they had to come home from work late at night and watch it.
That's like it's like sticking to like people don't watch shows on CBS more than they're watching shows on Netflix. That reminds me, I got to check is Peacemaker on the Nielsen charts. So
Oh,
yeah, it's like I don't understand why late night comedy stuck around as long as it has.
I honestly have no idea because no one watches it and no one like it's
And
not good.
a lot of other stuff that was like YouTube shows that have tried to do late night comedy things. The analytics always line up that people just watch it in the morning anyway. So it's like
Yeah, it's like people are doing other stuff.
I think Gutfield is doing somewhat well, but it's on Fox, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Gutfeld, but I think I was doing somewhat well. I just know no one was watching Stephen Colbert. That's why that got canceled. Everybody hated James Corden. That's why that one got canceled. And now Kimmel is always hosting everything, but his show has been indefinitely suspended. So that's awesome. All right, bro. Trying to find the Nielsen top 10 streaming charts is such a pain. Hold on.
Is Peacemaker up there?
I would feel like it has to be.
I don't know what other shows.
Well, nothing else came out. That's why I think it has to be.
The Summer I Turned Pretty is coming out.
Am I tweaking? Where is the Neil?
Terminalist
Okay, I
is
found
coming out.
Well, okay, so just so you know, this is from a month ago is how this works. So, it maybe it's not been updated yet. I think it might get updated on Thursdays, so I don't know if it might not be on here yet. Peacemaker season 2 release date, because it's all a month old. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to check in next week if it made the top 10. So its main competition is going to be Wednesday. How it did against Wednesday, essentially, because Wednesday was releasing the same time. Other than that, nothing else came out.
Wait,
at this
Wednesdays
time.
there's a new season?
No, so the way Nielsen streaming charts, they aren't currently updated. It's data from a month prior. So the current Nielsen
it's
top 10
whatever's currently
streaming
getting
data
watched.
out is the current Nielsen top 10 streaming data that's out is from August 11th through the 17th.
Okay.
And it's currently September 17th. So it's a month old.
Okay.
But yes, also part 2 of Wednesday is coming out because Netflix part 1, part 2 thing.
Yeah.
So coincidentally, yes, there is also Wednesday coming out currently, but that's a separate issue.
Yeah.
It's direct competition for if Peacemaker will be in here is based off of that. It's based off of last week. So also, by the way, this is a good time to point out. Well, like we were just talking about, the only thing that's on the top 10 streaming charts is football for TV, like actual broadcast TV. Sunday night football, Saturday night football, Sunday night college football. Like it's like that's the top 4, and then 60 Minutes. But I think that's just from people who fall asleep with football on.
Yeah.
It's all CBS basically because people fall asleep with these
football.
shows on. Yeah, with football. That's why 60 Minutes is always on after Sunday night football.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably people that watch 60 Minutes, but I think most of the numbers they get are the fact that it's after America's Got Talent, the next most watched thing on broadcast television makes me assume that it's just from people leaving their TV on after watching football. Although I guess this is all college football still, and that's all ABC. So maybe 60 Minutes is just popping every week. That's where the old people be hanging out.
I mean,
They'd be chatting about.
the old people
Hey,
do watch 60
if we want to expand our audience, to the old people, we might have to start doing weekly 60-minute recaps.
True.
So
We should have to have the clock
Alright,
sound
well-
effect.
oh yeah, that's annoying. This man is a terrorist. Tune in. Stay tuned till after
It's like,
Sunday Night Football.
I'm really glad you guys haven't updated any of your shit in 25 years.
Come learn how this man was a murderer. That's like a core memory from. They're also releasing so Fantastic Four comes out on digital in a week,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane. But
Yeah, because it just came out.
and they're revealing some deleted scenes as well. Dude, my day just got so much better. I'm so hyped that Jimmy Kimmel is getting suspended indefinitely. That's awesome.
Want to end on that happy note?
I'm down to end on that happy note.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Subjectively Correct. We will be back next Wednesday on Caleb's channel, The Final Take.
To wrap up Terminal List.
To wrap
and
up
keep
Terminal
talking
List.
about Peacemaker.
And unfortunately not wrap up Peacemaker quite yet. We still have another 4 weeks of that. God, 4 weeks is such a long time. Look out for a Creature Commandos video coming from Caleb, and probably in 2 weeks
It
from
will
now.
be hopefully edited on Thursday. It should be out by the weekend, but this thing has been a pain, so, you know.
I will probably... I'm not doing my Terminalist video till like 2 weeks from now, so you got plenty of time.
He's making a video. He's working on it.
It's in pre.
It's coming out.
It's in pre-production, because that's what you can say about anything in any stage of production. I heard that. Not live.
I
I
don't know what you're talking about.
Leo DiCaprio, I mean. Yeah, it's in pre-production because you can say that about
When you know
anything.
Jake's not making it. What will come out first? The Batman 2, GTA 6, or the next Jake video?
It's toss up.
Statistically speaking, we might get a new Technoblade video before we get a new Jake video.
I mean, he is actually still about equally as consistent as he was pre
When he was still alive, yeah.
pre-death.
There's been, I think, 3 videos uploaded since Technoblade passed that have been released on YouTube.
Techno Dad's kind of been locked in on the content.
Yeah, so I think there's good odds there.
I mean, he might beat me. He might beat me. But yeah, that's all we have for today, and we'll see y'all next week.